Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, I need you, I need grace, I need more. Oremosito, I cannot do it by myself. I cannot do it by myself.
Hello, everybody. This is the Singles Forum. We'll be looking at Before You Say I Do. We'll be moving through the streets of Warri, seeking the opinions of different people. Please don't go anywhere.
We are with Mr.
Gospel Ashoke is my name.
Okay, Mr. Gospel. First question. What do you think is the right age as a guy to get married?
28. 28 at most.
Okay, in terms of possession, what do you think a person should have in terms of maybe a car, a house, or cash before he knows that he's ready for marriage?
Number one, marriage is a thing of the mind. There's a certain stage you get in life and you know you are ready. So the readiness has to be there, first of all. Then, if any other material things needs to come into play, money. Yeah, with money you can. That's it. That, in fact, it will boost your speed in anything you want to do.
Okay. Final question. How long should courtship take?
In this case, I would say it has to do with understanding. Now, I think if the two parties they understand themselves very well, then you don't have a problem. You know, sometimes you heard of relationships where you heard of courtship, where they'll tell you, I just met her and we are good. Maybe at the end of the day, when you get into marriage, it's a different ballgame. You know, so it has to do with understanding, and because you don't expect the opposite sex to be like you, to know you. So if you just accept yourself the way you are, respect the fact that I'm like this and you are not, you know, that is understanding. So I think two can. So it doesn't really take. It's not a matter of duration of time. You know, it can be 6 months, it can be one. It depends.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, we don't come again live. Na TSF there so. So, Daddy, what will be your name?
My name is Francis.
Daddy Francis.
Yeah.
We teach one very important topic because we go like me you talk to us. Because say you don't old and you don't advance, you don't grow,
Yes.
you don't know the way life be, you don't see things. So the quick question now, before me as a young person go say I do, go say I want marry,
Yeah.
what will be the step when I need to take as a young person?
Okay, thank you very much. The first thing, as a young man, you want to marry, then you have to, the girl you want to marry, you go look to the background of that girl.
Oh, still on it, we're here live at the Central Hospital Warri, and we're here eventually with the doctor, Dr. Sakamomiti.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Nome. Dr. Nome is my name. Yeah.
Okay, we are looking at this same matter before you say I do. Now the question here is, what are the medical steps we need to take, I need to take before I say I do?
Okay. Like I mentioned earlier on, there are basic investigations that are important for a couple intending to get married. We've talked about genotype. The essence of genotype, like I said, is to prevent a couple from, giving birth to a child who's a sickler. Okay, and then we talked about pregnancy test, blood group, retrograde screening, hepatitis B and C. Okay, but medically speaking, it's not really necessary to do or to see a psychiatrist, although traditionally, families they usually go to find out if there are mental disorders in any family that, for example, the female or the male, they want to go find out from the family there is anyone with a mental disorder, but basically that's not really necessary. What's necessary are the ones I just enumerated, genotype especially, because you don't want to give birth to a child, that will be sick all of the time. We're talking about, patient's time. Parents' time. We're talking about costs, of treatment. So basically, this thing has to be prevented, and of course, it is preventable. Do your genotype before you get married.
Okay, sir, but there are some people that say, with the faith I have, I can still go ahead with this marriage. My wife is AS and I am AS. Faith will keep us. God will help us. What is your advice to those people?
Okay. Well, I think it's a foolish idea, so to say, to see trouble and you walk into it. Many of them, they don't understand the gravity, of what they're talking about. You could have a family. We talked about 25% for, both parents have been AS. They have 25% chance that one of the children, will be an HBSS, child. Now, if you've seen an HBSS child before, or you are conversant with, any family that has children, or at least one child who is HBSS, you understand the stress that comes with it. Love is actually not enough. Getting married, living a peaceful life, less visits to the hospital, these are the issues that you need to actually consider, because by the time the child is becoming sick every now and then, you find that it becomes frustrating. The love that you're talking about is probably going to even vanish, So these are the issues.
Thank you very much, sir.
Enter courtship or not, what you get when you marry will not be what you expect. But prayer, I think, will solve everything.
My advice to the young lady and guys out there, when it comes to marriage, first thing you need is God. Secondly, is a character. Thirdly, you need a man. As a man, I do tell you, if you are not financially balanced, please don't go. Because if you don't have money, your voice will not be heard. And as a lady, my advice to you, if you are not tired of the streets, please don't go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. What should I do before I say I want to get married as a young person?
As a young person, before you say you want to get married, you must have a source of income, no matter how small it is, either through your qualification or, let's take for instance, you didn't go to school. You must have a skill, a basic skill that can fetch you some money, because you need to support the family at a point. And if you have a qualification, you have a paid job, that is very good. If you don't have a paid job, you must also have a skill that will fetch you some income, because there's no need going into marriage and you open your hands for everything. You want to buy matches, your husband has to give you money to buy matches. You want to buy salt, if it's not available, you can't do anything for yourself. Then after you have done that, now you are ready to say, okay, I'm looking for a husband. You have to go on your knees to pray and ask God for direction, divine direction, so that you don't fall into wrong hands. You don't make mistake while you are waiting for the right person. Why I say make mistake is you fall into wrong hands and you mess up yourself before you finally see the right partner, which will now stem as a sort of a setback in a relationship.
Okay, ma'am.